There's classic people who work in the industry. Tom Savini, he's a big hero of mine. The classical horror tropes, a lot of stuff comes from, Tom Savini's work. I love him as an effects artist and as an actor. He's hilarious and until was it From Dusk Till Dawn? That's also one of my favorite movies. But I think most of my inspiration comes from my family members, because when I was growing up, we would always visit my uncle. His name was Esau, and he was just a big storyteller. And he would always tell me, like as a child, the most traumatizing stories, just terrible ghost stories and tales of murder and death and ghosts and spook lights and something called polybogs, and I don't know if that is something he made up, but anyway, that's a monster that lives in the bogs. So growing up, that was always an inspiration moving forward into this, was because he would just tell me the most terrifying stuff, and like Newfoundland is just so full of scary stuff. It's just a scary place to be, and so I get a lot of inspiration, of course, from heroes who work on film, but also I get a lot of inspiration from the island itself, because it's just a spooky, cold place, and there's a lot of stories here to tell, a lot of stuff to take inspiration from.
In your opinion, what's the most challenging part of bringing a script to life?
Just getting everything organized in general. Like, there's so many moving parts to shooting a film. Getting a script organized is such a huge part, because you want everything to play out the way you see it when you write these things down, and not everything is going to work out that way. So sometimes you have to alter things here and there, and sometimes the effects don't work, or your lighting's not working out, and some things that you get so hung up on, like, oh, I really want to see the reflection of the rain in the window on the wall, and you just can't get that angle for some reason. So then you kind of got to just move past it. So I'd say just like making sure everything's well oiled, making sure everything fits together when it all comes down to when you have to shoot it. Just be okay with not being okay with how some things may play out.
What do you want to see out of submissions to the horror category?
Ooh, I want to see creativity, of course, originality, but I also love seeing homage, because that's how we do things. I like to pay homage to certain things I've seen in films that I love and just want to riff on. So yeah, I'd like to see what you got for creativity and what you can do with what you got, and that's going to be a huge thing for me. Writing, of course, I love a good script, but I think the creativity of what we're going to see is what I'm going to be looking for. So.